All right, so today we are going to be continuing talking about solving multi-step equations, but we're going to jump to having the variables on both sides of the equations. All right, so in the past we've been talking about equations that have looked like this, and we're going to just do a quick example. Um, and we're actually going to do and we are going to concentrate on this problem right here. All right, so just to go over what we did yesterday. So our first step would be to worry about the distributive part. So that would be the 5 times the quantity of x minus 9. So our 2x stays the same. All right, now notice that there is the negative sign in front of the 5, so we want to make sure we're distributing negative 5. So it would be negative 5x, and then negative 5 times negative 9 is positive 45. Make sure that you are using the signs in front of the numbers, okay, not behind. Look forward into your future, so look that way, okay? All right, so then we combine our like terms. In this case, 2x minus 5x is negative 3x plus 45 equals 27. And then we're going to subtract 45 from both sides. And we're going to get negative 3x. And then 45 minus 45 is 0, so it can just go away. Equals 27 minus 45, negative 18. And divide. Divide again. Because whatever we do to one side of the equal sign on one side of the equation, we have to do to the other side. So then x is going to equal positive 6. Okay? So up to this point, we've been working with variables all being on one side of the equation, okay? And it just equaling a number. Now today we're going to be talking about solving equations with variables on both sides, okay? So please record the following in your notebook. The steps really do help. It's very, very good to practice and get to know these steps. So step number 1 is distribute if necessary. Now, oftentimes with variables on both sides, you might have to distribute twice, okay? Once on one side of the equation, once on the other. Step 2, combine like terms on the same side. So if you have a 5x and a 3x on one side, combine those. If you have a 2x and a x on the other side, combine those. Okay? All right, your third step would be to move your variables to the same side using opposite operations or inverse operations. Okay, so get all your variables on one side of the equal sign. And then get your constants or your numbers all on the other side of the equal sign. Okay, and then solve for your variable. Now that might be multiplying or dividing usually. Okay, all right, so let's get right into this. So our first example is 3 times quantity 2x plus 1 plus 2x equals 5x plus 12. All right, so we are going to go through. So our first step would be to distribute. So we are going to want to take that and distribute, and distribute. So we would end up with 3, or excuse me, we would end up with 6x plus 3 plus 2x equals 5x plus 12. All right, so what our next step would be to combine our like terms. Now this means combine our like terms on this side of the equation and combine our like terms on this side of the equation. Now, on this one we have a 6x and a 2x, so we want to add those because there's a positive sign in front of the 2x, so that would be 8x plus 3 equals 5x plus 12. Alright, so our next step, as you may have guessed, is going to be to move the variables together. So in this case, I'm going to subtract 5x, and I'm going to get 3x plus 3 equals 5x minus 5x goes away, so it equals 12. Now, because the variables are on this side of the equation, I'm going to want to move the numbers to this side of the equation. Excuse me. So then I'm going to subtract 3, because I want to get rid of that 3. I want 3x to be all by itself. And so I'm going to be left with 3x equals 12 minus 3, which is 9. Okay, simplified that. And then last but not least, I'm going to want to solve. Now in this case, solving is going to include dividing. So I'm going to divide both sides from 3 by 3. And 9 divided by 3 is 3. Okay? All right. All right, so our next example looks like this. It's 19x plus 8 minus 8x equals 4 times the quantity of 5x plus 2 plus 36. I know it looks scary, it looks like a lot, okay? However, I really want you guys to just concentrate on the steps, take it step by step. So first off, we know this side is not going to change because we need to distribute first, and the distribution is on the other side of the equal sign. So in this case, I'm going to distribute and distribute. So 4 times 5x is 20x. And 4 times 2 is 8 plus 36. Okay. Now I'm going to want to combine my like terms on this side. In this case, my like terms are 19x minus 8x. So that's going to be 11x plus 8, because the positive 8 stays the same. And on this side, my like terms are 8 and 36, and since they're both positive, we're going to add, so we still have 20x. But our 8 plus 36 is going to be 42. Sorry, my mistake, not 42, 44. Alright, now I'm going to want to get all the variables on one side and all the numbers on the other side. So I actually want to, I'm actually going to divide, I'm going to subtract 11x from this side because I don't like negative x's. So those go away, and I'm going to have 8 equals 20 minus 11x, which is 9x, plus 44. Alright, then I'm going to subtract 44 from both sides, because since my 8 is on this side, I'm going to subtract that way. Okay, so then I'm going to say 9. I'm going to swing up here. I'm going to say negative 36 equals 9x, divide by 9, divide by 9, and negative 36 divided by 9 is negative 4. Alright? Alright, now if you want additional practice, here is an extra problem that you should do in your notes. I strongly recommend you try this on your own and follow it step by step. Literally look at yours and follow step by step on how to do it, and we will look at the answer to this particular question together in class on Monday. Oh, and hi, JP.